What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Elder Scrolls Lore. Today we're going to be talking about the Alessian Slave Rebellion. Now, not to be confused with, we're not talking about the Alessian Empire. Might do that in a future video if you guys want. We're going to be doing the rebellion only and the leading up of the foundation of said empire. So, the Alessian Slave Rebellion was an organized slave revolt within the Iliad, or other terms would be the Wild Elves or the Heartland Elves, of the modern-day Cyrodiil. Led by slave queen Alissa, the Needs rose against the Elves and started the rebellion. It lasted a year between 242 and 243 of the First Era, with the fall of the White Gold Tower and the establishment of the Alessian Empire. Although it wasn't the first time that humans and elves have fought, this would mark a turning point in which humans would begin to gain dominance over elves. Now, kind of a prelude before the rebellion to get a sense of what was going on. Early in the First Era, the Iliads ruled Cyrodiil. The human race of man, the Needs, found their tribes enslaved under the Iliads as they began to build an empire. Every human would be enslaved. The Daedra-worshipping Iliads were very cruel to their slaves as well. They would build and repair the slaves, that is. They would build and repair temples and roads, drain fields, and were subjugated to horrific art tortures to please the elves. Some Iliad holds even became known for their torture. There was the Wailing Wheels of Vindazel, and then there were the Gut Gardens of Cercin, both of which are in Cyrodiil, and it can be explored in Oblivion. One king by the name of Fire King Hadul was even reported to subjugate slaves to psychedelic drugs, which gave tormenting visions. He also set children on fire for sport. Sounds like a horrible guy. However, Iliad unity would split during the Narfincel Schism, which split the Iliads into two separate factions. Now this is the start of the rebellion. In the beginning, a young Nedic slave named Alissa, or Alisa, however you want to pronounce it, would receive divine inspiration to rebel atop a hill where Sancre Tor would be built. The god Kind sent demigod Morehouse and the followers Shezarine. Sorry if I butcher any names in this series or locations. I'm trying my best. Shezarine, and I practiced that before too. Still can never get it. And Pelennor Whitestrake to aid her. Inspired by the Nordic victories in Skyrim, these three found Nord mercenaries, the Gyrene hegemony, joining their cause with the promise of land and trade. They even found some Daedra-worshipping Iliad support as well, but despite their large numbers, they lacked an effective military. However, this would be resolved when the Nordic Empire of Skyrim would join Alissa, and the rebellion's military would be able to match the Iliads. Alissa and Morehouse led their armies in battle, while Pelennor would kill sorcerer kings in single combat. Pelennor slowly killed the Iliad kings one by one. He first started with Haromir of Copper and Tea, then would go on to defeat Gordhauer the Shaper at Ninindava and the Fire King Hadul at Sayatar. However, with the death of Pellennor's beloved friend Huna, he wreaked havoc from Narlame to Cyrodiil. Pelennor was so swift in his conquest, he pushed the Iliads out of the eastern lands. He even found himself in Elsewhere, where he killed many innocent Khajiit, believing they were elves. The Iliads retreated to the White Gold Tower. The armies of Alissa, Morehouse, and the Nords halted in fear of attacking it. Pelennor called them cowards and charged right in. He killed every single Iliad in his way and even defeated the Iliad demigod champion Umariel in a duel. However, he taunted the surviving Iliad kings and they killed him in a frenzy. The next day, Morehouse stormed the tower and killed the remaining kings. He found Pellennor's head on a spike. The aftermath, Alissa would be crowned empress and would rule Cyrodiil. Many Iliads fled to Valenwood, but those who stayed were actually treated very fair. Iliad lords were even able to keep their lands so long they swore fealty to the empire and its laws. slavery and daedra worship were outlawed. The Eliads were even forced to adopt the 8 divines. It is worth noting, though, the Alessian order, which gained control in 361 of the First Era, the Eliads would soon be abused under their authority. The Alessian order was a popular monotheistic religion that strictly ruled the Alessian Empire from 361 to 461 of the First Era. They remained in influence until the Second Era, where they would be forgotten. That's all I have here, guys. The Alessian Empire is really kind of fascinating. Starting as a slave revolt and turning into an empire, which is pretty incredible. And they go on to subjugate the Nords in Skyrim as well. It's just kind of incredible to see how someone could rise up despite everything. And you know, that was really interesting learning on. You get to learn a lot of background in it, and it's an incredible thing to learn about. And truly, I gotta say, I was pretty shocked to see some of the things like about Pelennor, especially with Pelennor, about how he was a single combat warrior and would go on in duels. But it's crazy to see that he had a fall from grace and found his head on a spike. That was probably the most shocking thing I've seen in there. But overall, I mean, this was crazy to learn about. I'm glad I covered it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any other suggestions on what I should do, I'm willing to hear them. Please let me know in the comments. We can have a chat about whatever we're just talking about. And if you liked it, please give this a like. Always helps. And please subscribe for more content. I post Monday through Friday. This comes out on Tuesdays. If you have any other ideas of what I should do, if I should hop into Fallout lore too, or stay strictly to the Elder Scrolls, let me know. I'll be willing to hop into other games as well, maybe The Witcher 3 per se, or games that have a deep, rich lore like Lord of the Rings. I'm willing to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all around. Peace.